here. He's not. Yes, yes, yes. Okay. Okay. Alghifarri is not that young. Huh? In fact, he's a lawyer. He's a lawyer. And he is the director of Jakarta Legal Aid Institute, one of the oldest legal aid organizations in Indonesia. And believe it or not, this young lawyer, who is a fellow of the Global Network of Public Interest Lawyer, and he's also with the International Commission of Jurists in Victoria. He has been involved, believe it or not, in the following strategic litigations, like judicial review against privatization of higher education, against blasphemy law, against privatization of coastal and small islands, the citizen law against torture, against forced eviction, and lately on the right to water, the citizens' lawsuit on the right to water. And they have won. Okay, so he will explain to us.
Thank you, Tina. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for inviting me. Thank you for the Philippines network here and everyone who arranged this very important conference. My name is Alghifarri. I'm director of Jakarta Legal Aid Institute, or LBH Jakarta. And we are part of Right to Water advocacy team. Next. Sorry. Can you next? Yeah. We are lawyers, but we are not only giving legal aid as charity. We are also involved in many social movements. We establish many civil society organizations. We do community organizing, policy advocacy, and etc. And sometimes it's recognized as a political organization by the regime, and many opportunity also want to be dismissed by the government, especially in Suharto regime. We established in 1970, and one of our work is strategic litigation. Strategic litigation is litigation that aim to change substance of law, structure of law, and also the culture of law. And it has deep research and involving grassroots. So if we do judicial review without involving grassroots, we say that that's not strategic litigation, that's only litigation. We have to involve people in our advocacy or litigation. And then, of course, we need consolidation of civil society, creating the social movement, and then strong campaign and also mass mobilization. Sometimes we are in the court, sometimes we are in the conference, but many times on the street. And 2015, two of our lawyers also arrested by the police because we represent around 30,000 labor or workers who protested about wage policy. The police arrested 24 workers and also 2 lawyers from our organization. Next. Some of our strategic litigation conducted by us and also network. The first genital transformation in Indonesia, men changed their his or her her genital to woman. Now she's a woman and is official in Indonesia since 1980. There was a case on that. And citizen lawsuit, the first citizen lawsuit in Indonesia on Nunukan, there was a case that 150,000 migrant workers deported from Malaysia to Kalimantan to Indonesia, and the government neglected the migrant workers, and then we filed lawsuit to ask government to handle the migrant workers, and that was the first citizen lawsuit admitted by Indonesian legal procedure. It's different with class action, because class action is demanding compensation money, but citizen lawsuit asking the government or the government to do something, or because they neglected some issue or rights, or ask the government to do something, or making a law that haven't existed before. Citizen lawsuit on national examination, we also won in this case. Violation on right to education. The government established national examination, so every student has to pass the national examination. Somebody committed suicide, burned the school, and etc. And then we said that it's violate student or children rights and right to education, etc. There's also judicial review on election law. For the people that stigmatized as communists, they cannot choose or to be or participate in the election, and then we won it in that litigation. Also, class action on stigma communists is different. We asked the compensation from the government, but we failed in this case. But the victim of stigma communists, they consolidate themselves. Many other judicial review or citizen lawsuit or administrative lawsuit against the policy or government. Today we handle also reclamation case for in north of Jakarta that affected fishermen or fishery, and also there's also judicial review on blasphemy law, coastal privatization of island and coastal, and also judicial review on book ban. So the government can ban a book which is, they said that related to communists, related to separatists, and etc. But after our litigation, the law, the regulation changed. The government cannot ban a book without decision from the court. So they have to go to court before ban a book. Next. So yeah, this is challenges on strategic litigation, corruption in our judge or court, too many advocacy agenda, too many problems, and less lawyers and etc. You can read it. Next. I want to focus on history of. I want to focus on water rights advocacy, right to water advocacy. Water in Jakarta already privatized since 1997. The history is the World Bank, at the first time, 1992, World Bank gave us a loan on the water and also the water infrastructure, and asked the government to privatize the water infrastructure. And then in 1995, Suharto, the dictator general, instructed the Ministry of Public Works to involve a private company in water management. And this water company, first is his son company, and second one is also his relative, not relative, colleague or crony. And then 1997, Suez and Thames Water signed 35 years contract with Pamjaya. Pamjaya is the public water company in Jakarta to manage water in Jakarta until 2022. Next. They have new contract in 2001, and then in 2000, I think in 2009 we started to consolidate again after, I think in 1997 there was a movement or protest against the water privatization, but then idle for many years. And then also class action from the union and from consumers and etc. Then in 2009 we started to consolidate again, but we decided not to instantly file lawsuit because we agreed that this is a common issue, common goods, common need for every people, and then our court also corrupt. We decided that to push social movement. So non-litigation strategy is chosen, but we do campaign, we do lobby, we do protest in front of Palija and Atra office and etc. We went to parliament, local parliament. We met the governor, we met the director of the Pam Jaya and etc. But the huge social movement never came. Yeah, because of many problems. It's quite different with another countries. For example, like in Bolivia, there was a water revolution there. Because of water, then it can change political structure in Bolivia. We invited Pablo Solon, the one who involved in water revolution in Bolivia, to inspire people in Indonesia. But it's also failed to inspire people because many reasons. And then we try to file lawsuit, citizen lawsuit against the president, vice president, Ministry of Public Works, and then Ministry of Finance, governor, the local parliament, and also co-defendant Palija and Aitra, the private companies. Next. Why the citizen filed lawsuit? Because the contract violates many regulations, including our constitution. It's also caused big loss to our government, to our local government, and then Pamjaya and state lost their authority to manage water, and the loss is quite huge. From 1998 until 2012, Pamjaya had lost 1.2 trillion rupiah. It's around 100 or 90 million dollars. State will lose 18 trillion until 2022. So it's big corruption in Indonesia. And citizens got many loss. They who are poor can afford their rights to water. Water price is very high, and actually 62%, not 50%, houses are not are connected to water pipe. So 40 or 38% is not connected to water pipe. So the poor people spend more than rich people. So poor people will they spend 14,000 rupiah per meter cubic, but the one who can connected to water pipe, they only spend 7,000 rupiah, and it's very high. 7,000 very high. Indonesia, Jakarta recognized as one of the highest water price in the region. Next. Sorry, sir. Can you? Yeah, expensive and poor quality. It's data 2012 data. I think I don't have the current data, but still Jakarta is the highest or the most expensive. Next. And also in Indonesia, the average of minimum tariff in Indonesia, Jakarta is 7,000. Another province or city only 2,000 or 1,000 something. Next. Yeah, we did protest, we campaign, press conference, etc. Next. And in the citizen lawsuit, we involved 12 citizens and a leader of NGO, leader of communities, and also our paralegals and donors, individual donors who spend only $10 per month to support our organization. And the defendant, as I mentioned before, next. And court decision, it's actually this is one of the longest litigation in our experience, because in the first court it spent 2 years. Normal case only 6 months until 9 months, maybe 1 year, but it's 2 years. So in 2013, in 2015, we got the court decision. We won the first level. The judge granted the lawsuit. The contract burdened the state budget. The court said that. And against right to water, and the defendants conducted a tort. It's very strong decision. And the court annulled the contract null and void, and demand the plaintiff to fulfill right to water, and according to International Covenant on Economic and Social Rights, and also General Comment on the Rights to Water, the General Comment number 15. At High Court, we lost the High Court. Appeal is granted. And the plaintiff don't have legal standing. They said that we don't have legal standing and don't fulfill the criteria of citizen lawsuit. And actually, the first citizen lawsuit was our action. Then they said that we don't have criteria to file a lawsuit. There is no regulation on that actually. Next. But in the Supreme Court, 2017, we got the court decision in October. The court decision is in April, so it's very quiet, long gap. That's why in that gap, the private companies sell their share to another private companies. The Supreme Court granted part of the plaintiff's lawsuit and declared that the defendants failed to fulfill the rights to water, and declared that the defendants conducted a tort by transferring water management to private companies through contract or agreement, declared that defendants causing loss to Jakarta government and Jakarta citizens, and ordered the defendants to stop water privatization in Jakarta, to return water management to a state in local regulation to Pamjaya, the public company, and to conduct water management according to the right to water principle as stated in International Covenant on Economic and Social Rights, and also General Comment. Next.